Wholeness, everybody. Wholeness, wholeness. Infinity should jump on soon. Hey, Lighthouse Bridge, Shannon. Welcome to Clubhouse, Shannon. You have a party hat. Erica, what is that? Shami. Hey, Mary Love. Iris. All right, so let's see. In TikTok, Wholeness, Linda. We'll do an hour on TikTok and then jump into IG. Jenna, Wholeness, Nesta. Tony sounds like Goddess Curls. Wholeness. How are you guys doing? We're slowly getting into the space because it's a heavy one. Although Infinity won't like when I say that. We're talking about the lunar eclipse on Tuesday, and this week will be a very hard one, so we'll see. But however, here she is. My gloom and doom. I was professing my gloom and doom. Hi. However, oh no, she's not here yet. However, depending on if you've been doing some of the work. Hello, Brown, Wholeness. If you've been doing some of the work, then you know that we know how to handle some of these energies. So we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the specific, energies that are affecting this and why it's so major. The star that's affecting this is a cool one. Why it's important as well, and then we'll go through each sign. So hopefully my point is about a 2-hour mark. So hopefully we can get all this done within an hour and we won't need a part 2. And then, of course, what I'll do is I'll break it down for everyone, in the other spaces, as far as I can. Because this set of energy is going to go the next 6 months. So it's not, we've been talking about these energies that propels us for the next 6 months. So this isn't a one and done. This is really going to be this energy that we're going to need to work on. Okay.
Love and light.
She came to fight with her love and light. I want you to know that these are fighting words from Infinity, everybody. Hi, Dwashi, Wholeness. Thank you for those flowers. I actually like how TikTok records. Melon Sis back. Thank you for the roses. Billional, Faith Mackenzie. However, you have to pay attention to TikTokers. And we're going to, I'm letting the room breathe. I'm relaxing, right? It's all going to hell. No, I'm kidding.
It's very necessary for you to relax before you give the message.
Before I give the message. Don't shoot me. Do not shoot me. Again, I've been talking about this for the past month. If you've seen my channel, Infinity and I had a big fight. So this is, remember, we're creating a big wormhole here, okay? This isn't small. This is collective changing, okay? So however, when we change, we can change in different ways. Your relationships, your jobs, the world, you personally. So there's all different levels that we can change. It's really up to you, of course. And so, yeah. Let me say hello. Hey, Mary, Lex, Deidre, T. Ashley, Ashanti, Antoine, Olia. I hope I say that right. Mars. Ooh, hello, Mars. Petty, Tom. And I'm like sweating, Tramisha. I always forget, don't take a shower before, because I take a hot shower, so I'm sweating because I was like, okay, I'm taking a hot shower and I'm rushing. All right, so here, the lunar eclipse is at 6 a.m. on Tuesday morning for me. I'm on the east of the coast of the United States. Okay, this is 6 a.m. East Coast, like about 6:02, something like that. Okay. Lola Figueroa, Wholeness. Isabel, user, Infinity, user 843 asks, is Raul in love with her? Or her, yeah. What do you think? Is Raul in love with user? I think her name is Isabel. Infinity. Infinity.
I can't believe you just did that to me. I cannot.
Well, I
You
need
seriously just got me back with that.
yeah.
I think we're even.
You were even, I know, like. And I think another you want to ask is, this is Delilah, is Louis serious with me? All right. Yeah.
This is Scorpio.
I'm sorry.
This is Scorpio season.
This is Scorpio season.
Let's get past the death and rebirth first. Okay? Let's do that.
Meaning, Infinity says you're going to die, so you better worry about it.
No, Wishby, that would be you. That would be you, telling messages of death and destruction.
I'm telling you. Love is not in the card for anybody right now. To both Isabel and Delilah, it's the death of love, actually. Just saying.
It is not the death of love.
Run.
Let me tell you something about love and what's going on right now.
What's going on with love?
We talked about this at length last night, which be
what's going on with love?
Devotion, the fire of devotion.
It's all about myself, though. It's self-love, Infinity.
It is self-love, but again, you have to love others as you love yourself.
Run.
So
listen,
it's
Isabel,
not self-love only. It's self-love first.
Run far away. Don't deal with them niggers. I don't care what they're Spanish, white.
April, don't listen to her. April, don't listen to her. Put the skull away.
You know why? You know why you're gonna run? Because everybody's fucked up right now. They are all like, everyone is hella fucked up. So you don't want to be messing with anybody right now. Like, stay away.
I would say to everybody in this room, just say love and light 3 times and you'll be okay. Love and light.
She's like throwing love and light at me.
Love and light. That's the weapon.
See?
For this energy
Ash
right here.
Cash says you're right. I'm telling you. See, I have some TikTokers who are agreeing with me here. That love energy sucks, and you want to stay away from people because they're hella fucked up. Because the, like, what is it? What is this square within the Mars? Which one is it? It's all illusion. It's all delusion. It's all liars, basically.
Are you talking about the fixed star? Or are you talking about Neptune?
Neptune and oh man, I forgot the last energy from last week because it was, it's so many. But I'm telling you, like, right now, don't do it. Just stay away from these people and be like, I'll see you next year. Pieces, deuces, And Ashka said, it ruined your progress. It's just distraction. Love is like one of those, because love tricks you into loving the person, but only to teach you those harsh lessons right now. So don't do it. Like, I'm saying pieces, deuces to everybody. Just chill out and go to the self-care. Go to the bath. Like, cry it out in the bath. You know what I mean? Just do like, the massage, the nails, whatever. Like, I need to do my nails. Look at my nails. I need to do my nails. I'm already preparing for next week because I'm going to say a big fuck you to everybody. And then I'm going to go to the spa all day. All right, that's gonna be my energy for this.
Which means
don't have the conversation.
Really,
I'm telling you.
Is this how we're filling our rooms up?
Don't have the conversation even. Like, those people who want to talk to you for this full moon. Don't talk to them. Like, if they're trying to do the big talk, and because they're gonna feel, because Mercury's here, everybody wants to communicate. The communication is not happening. All right, let's go into the energy. Let's see. See, Infinity's fighting me here. Okay, Lunar Eclipse gonna be in Taurus. This is a lot of fears here. Okay, so what's the first one? The Lunar Eclipse. The first aspect is the full moon opposes Mercury. Communication kaput. Like, communication kaput. You see, you can't even understand me right now. Even this conversation is throwing you over the head.
Full moon is opposing Mercury?
Yes, full moon. Sorry, full moon opposite Mercury. This is fight, arguments.
It is fight. It is most definitely fight. I hope you call me that day, Wishby. I hope you call me because I got.
I'm sweating like a bee. No, listen. I don't want to take off my eyeshadow. Listen. Disintegration. Thank you for the follow.
Don't put on your war paint before you download.
I should have put war paint tonight. I'm telling y'all. This is deception, ruthlessness. There's a bunch of liars out there. Don't trust nobody. Wait, somebody said not for positive energy, folks. Y'all stay safe though.
Look.
Listen,
you
Ashcash.
didn't come for positivity today.
Listen, Ashcash. I'm a wholeness type of person, okay? I am a wholeness type of person because I know how to transmute energy. I hope, because I think Ashkash and I are talking to each other here. This is even you won't understand. It's hard for you to understand your feelings here, right? Arguments, emotional bias, lack of understanding, confusion, anxiety. Somebody just asked me, any tips on anxiety? Disintegrate. What is it? Let me say your name correctly. Disintegrating T says, any tips for anxiety of death? Infinity, please give Disintegrating T some tips about anxiety of death. Because Infinity is like a death doula. So go ahead. Why are you quiet? Was she talking before?
Sorry, I was trying to go on TikTok so I could see these people who are talking to you.
Oh, you think she thinks I'm lying? See? This is Mercury opposite. This is Mercury opposing the moon. I'm sweating. Hey, manifesting, manifesting. If Infinity, oh man, you're also a moderator on TikTok. Manifesting generator. If Infinity comes in, block her. Okay? But I don't know if one moderator can block another. But just saying. Just saying. Cause see.
Wait, let me go in and type love and light.
Love and light. She already told me she was gonna come see. I'm sweating still. Never take a hot shower before you go on camera. I'm like, my body's just like. Yes, arguments, possible, emotional, everything, right? Okay, what do you think of this energy? I said, well, I said a lot. So, besides your love and light, what do you not agree with me that the full moon, all of this emotion opposing Mercury here is not
what?
Arguments, fight, lack of understanding, confusion.
It can be. No. It can be. It can be, but it doesn't have to be.
Wow.
And I will always be the balance of that. Because my thing is, with oppositions, you are learning how to find balance. Because here's the thing about oppositions, which be people who struggle with oppositions the most have ego issues because they are rigid and they want things their way all the time. So if you learn how to step back and be a little flexible and see the bigger picture, you can approach things from a looser perspective, be less rigid, and find the balance in the situation. So it doesn't have to be this grand clash every time.
Alrighty. So beyond her less love and light and all like this is the energy. This is the energy. Now we all can stay within our spa day, don't pick up the phone, don't go on Clubhouse, don't go on TikTok. I'm closing the window, like I'm putting down my shades.
See, Wishby, here's the thing about this energy.
And I'm gonna meditate. Now don't get me wrong, I'm going to meditate. I'm going to meditate. Okay. Yes, I'm going to meditate. I'm going to go inside.
Here's the thing, Wishby. Here's the thing. There are different levels and there are different vibrations going on here. So when you're in a lower vibration, you're going to be in this chaotic mess that you're describing. But like I said, it doesn't have to be that. If you meditate and self-care and all the stuff that you're doing, that's going to put you in a better position to be like, hold on, wait, I see where we're missing each other. Yes. Have you ever been in an argument me and my sister do this all the time, where I'm saying something, she's saying something, we're saying the same thing, but we're still fighting each other.
Yeah.
Because and it's the energy. It's not even what's being said.
And we agree with it. We are in total agreement with this. It is the energy. So you have to understand the energy, and you have to employ your other tools here. Yes. So like one of mine is going to be meditation and closing the door, closing the window. Don't pick up infinity's calls. All of these is going to come into
you
effect.
Pick up my calls. I'm gonna have an opportunity to tell you love and light.
Right. Okay. So this is what we're going to be doing. Hey, thank you. Somebody had asked about chakras. I'm sorry, obviously, dead inside. So do you know, like, we're not going to answer chakra questions today, because when you go into the chakra, that's a deep lesson, especially if you go into 8 and 9. So maybe some other time. Like if you go into my page, and then right on top, one of the pen one, and I know I have to do them. One of the pen posts is a Q&A, so you can ask your question there, and then I'll go and I'll answer those questions. So if you ask this question inside of my page, I'll answer it. However, because we'll be talking about these energies really all night, so it's going to be a bit harder to get into the chakras. So thank you so much for those people who are here on Clubhouse. I do appreciate your stay. Thank you for coming in. And that's the first cross. So let's continue, because I don't want to stay here with the argument. This is an example, by the way, of the Mercury opposing this full moon, so you can see it right here. Infinity and I get along very well. However, if you don't get along with this person, imagine what's going to happen with this argument. Now, the next one is the full moon conjunct Uranus, and there's another overarching energy here, but we'll talk about each one of them. Infinity, what do you think about this? I mean, so this is where, I don't know, Mercury is in the fray, Uranus is in the fray, and then of course Saturn is here. So we have these three: Mercury, Uranus, and Saturn all over this.
You said full moon conjunct Uranus?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the moon connected to Uranus. That's basically emotions coming out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like the conversation, I was in April's room and I talked at length about the conversation I had with you last week. That started off as, we were laughing and talking, and that turned into major revelation for me and emotions that came out of nowhere. I started crying while I was telling you the story of this heartbreak that I experienced. That is an example of that moon and Uranus conjunction energy, because basically you have Uranus that comes in like a wrecking ball, comes in like very, very surprising, like not kicks down the door, destructive. But again, destructive can be positive if you're destroying to rebuild better, which oftentimes is what we need. And so in this energy, this is what's going on. There's going to be some major destruction happening. There's going to be a situation that will tower moments, basically falling apart, but only to rebuild better. And it's going to come from the emotional perspective or from the intuitive perspective. So sometimes it can be a good example of this would be having a dream, and a dream revealing something to you about you, but it could be in relationship to other people or things around you, which causes you to completely do a transformative, turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is radical change. This is, and again, a lot of the ways that Uranus work can also be subconscious as well. So I'm not gonna, some of these changes, even if you might not even be aware how massive they are for some time as well. So here, relationships, family disputes, whatever that relationship is, gonna change direction suddenly. So this is a sudden event, by the way. So we're here within this energy, Monday, so we're already within the lunar eclipse energy. By the way, so this can be any time from today or wait, 3 days before,
Oh,
from
I was about to say, not just today. This is like
yesterday,
yesterday, the day before,
from
too.
yesterday, 3 days before, 3 days after. So we're really
Mhm.
looking at anytime yesterday into Friday, or even next Saturday. So pay close attention to this energy as it moves, because it may still linger for the next 2 weeks as well, very strongly. Now, its overarching effect again is going to be when we take the solar eclipse from 2 weeks ago, this lunar eclipse, and then bring it all together. Okay, so here
Also with the Mars retrograde, so this can
and
also be a revelation about something that happened already.
yes,
Like maybe somebody told you a lie. And you know how sometimes when somebody lies to you, like in a relationship or whatever, and what they said doesn't set right with you, like you know there's something off about what they're saying, but you can't prove it. Well, the Uranus can be the actual proof coming in.
yeah.
And then the emotional response or reaction to that causes the whole thing to just crumble. So yeah, that
So
part.
one thing here as well with this, because of the effect of the moon, the emotional, and us not trusting our emotion here, because this emotion, you can't trust it. Like not the emotion. I'm saying this wrong. Your intuition here is also unreliable.
Riddled with Neptune.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Then so in terms of like, just seriously, just move through this energy. Just move through it. That's why I said find your tools. What are your tools? What are your tools? You guys need tools. What are they? What are they? Meditation. What is like that walk in the park, the
Grounding.
grounding. Yes, like any tool, listening to music, dancing, artwork. We need these. I'm telling you, this is an energy that we move through.
And dare I say,
Mhm.
get the fuck off social media
Yes.
sometimes. Because remember, Uranus rules Aquarius. Aquarius rules the 11th
Communication.
house.
Yeah.
And what is that? That's social media. That's networks. That's groups. That's small groups. This energy is going to happen with those small network type groups, those familial type groups.
Yes.
So if you put a little distance and some space between you and the networking shit where all the drama's going down, you might be able to kind of navigate through it a little bit better. Yeah. So that's just a pro tip.
I'm the kind of person that like to hear the after, like, want to hear what happened. Okay, I'll listen to what happened. I wasn't there, and I wasn't a part of it. No, I'm not. I wasn't there, and I like. Sometimes I hear my name. I'm like, Will Smith, get your name out my mouth, because I wasn't.
Right.
Like, seriously, Deborah is saying yes, meditation, prayer, spa day, self-care. I'm telling you, this is an energy that we move through. This is an energy that you take out your tools, you use your tools. Don't try to fight with anybody. If they come for you, just tell them, listen, I'll see you next week.
Don't be provoked.
Yes.
Do not be provoked, because this is the type of energy where, remember, we're still in the season of karma being very active. So you don't want to do anything that you don't want done to you. And right now there are energies where, and I'm saying energies, there are energies that are prone to provoke you to act or to do something out of character. And what that does is it lowers your vibration and puts you in a situation where these negative energies can reach you better. So you want to be able to discern when someone does something, or when you might feel affected by something. See that for what it is, and just bypass it. Like, okay, is this gonna matter a year from now? No, it's not. Is this gonna matter a week from now? Nope. Okay, so be mindful of your feelings, be mindful of, but that's the thing. You don't want to ignore your feelings either. You don't want to ignore
This
it,
is where
especially if
this
you
is
do
where the
feel provoked.
meditation would come in. This is where your meditation, this is where your self-care would come in. I'm a big one for talking to myself, asking myself how I am doing, and then
Yes.
listening. So as you move through, remember, this is also transformative into understanding you, right? Because this is what the Mars retrograde. Remember, we have there's a couple of overarching energy: Saturn square Uranus, Mars retrograde, and then of course we have the eclipse season, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, all here. Okay, so imagine this, that we're talking like a storm is coming, and we're telling you how, how the wind's gonna blow, all of that thing. And again, because of Uranus here, if there's like, it's basically sometimes a hurricane is coming, but you don't know exactly which town it's gonna hit. So that's the Uranus energy. So how, we don't know, where we don't know exactly, but we know it's coming. So anyone in the vicinity of this, which is the collective, we're gonna feel the effect.
And just mind your vibration.
Yes.
Just mind your vibration. Don't stay low. And don't be in an environment where you're gonna always want to fight, cuss somebody out, argue, and do things that are on that lower vibration, because that shit is gonna come right. I mean, quickly. Yeah. It's gonna back. So, let me tell you how quick your shit is going to backfire now when you try it. So
we have,
you don't want to do it.
The feeling here with the full moon conjunct Uranus is impatient, restlessness, anxiousness, impulsive, and rebellious. So you're gonna even feel the need to strike back. Don't do it. Don't do it. You have like the energy right here, because of Mars retrograde. You don't have the energy to strike back. You're not in a position to strike back. Sometimes you have to understand when you are weak, and then even within your weakness, move from power. And that is what knowledge gives you. This is what discernment gives you, and this is what wisdom gives you. Okay, so this is why we talk about these energies, because now you are forewarned, and therefore you are forearmed about as to how to deal with this energy. If you're sitting there fighting with somebody, and then your energy is going way high, you are wasting precious energy that you don't have during this season. I'm telling you.
But you got to be mindful in the midst of it, because let me tell you, which be like, if you're in the heat of it, sometimes you don't realize it.
Yes, that's true.
Which is why you want to practice that thinking. You want to practice that mindset before you get in the moment.
Okay, so again, because the eclipse with that Uranus energy is going to give you heightened psychic awareness. It's going to give you the flashes of insight. This is why you want to go internal with it and go into meditation. However, because the however here is the opposition between the Sun and Mercury, and that square Saturn. This is where the Saturn, of course, is just loves putting these restrictions on things. So
real quick before you go on to the next thing, I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat bringing up the elections. Yes.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Whatever that is. By the way, that's gonna be a mess. I'm sorry. So whatever that day is gonna be like arguments in the polls. Gonna be like fighting in the polls. Maybe results no good. All of that. So, just saying.
And April said, "Don't eat that dry bird." I'm over here just.
Okay, the next energy, Mercury opposite Uranus.
Damn, didn't we just talk that? I feel like this energy.
So remember, Mercury, the full moon conjunct. Right, the full moon opposite Mercury.
Conjunct Uranus.
The full moon opposite Mercury, full moon conjunct Uranus, and then Mercury opposite Uranus.
So the arguments just go on and on and on. They don't end.
Listen, it's gonna be so much noise. Turn everything off. Arguments, conflict.
What if you can't? I'm not gonna go there.
I can.
I know you can, but everybody's not in that position.
Actually, okay. I mean, there's a little bit of me that's not gonna be able to, but that's a little bit after the full moon. So maybe I'm gonna hit the brunt end of it. So which means I actually won't be able to avoid this altogether. However, here, so let's talk about this. So, interactions and surprises. This is the Mercury opposite Uranus is increased speeds of life with more errands, interactions, and surprises.
Well, before you even go into that, let's just be clear what Mercury is, okay? Because we talk about Mercury as in communication, right? Okay. This is like, the expression, communication, sometimes written, sometimes spoken. But remember, Mercury rules short distance travel too. So we're talking car accident energy. We're talking, collisions on the road. We're talking, roads being jammed up, road rage. We're talking all this stuff too. Like, it's not just, arguments and, yelling at each other, like, relationships. This is also just really being mindful of what you can't control, what's out of your control, and also, unexpected, expecting the unexpected.
So, yes. Short trips, getaways, siblings, transportation in general, okay? Books, online communication, all of this, right? So here, by the way, because of Mars retrograde, this energy is going to feel like a Mercury retrograde. Now, it already does feel like it. That's the problem. This is the effect of Mars retrograde on Mercury and Venus as well. In Venus relationship, Mercury is a communication aspect. Okay, so here, again with Mercury is direct, so therefore it's still, you still have that quickness. And that's the problem. That's the way the erratic thing comes in. That's where you get the erratic confusion.
Yeah, the erratic part is coming from Uranus, but Mercury is going to be clean and concise.
But I'm saying Mercury is acting like it's in retrograde though, because of the Mars retrograde.
Right, but it's acting in retrograde because it's dragging things from the past. It's snowballing from the past. It's things that needed to be addressed from the past.
Yeah, well, yes.
Right now.
Yes.
But as far as the communication aspect in the moment, Mercury knows exactly what it wants to say and is going to say it, and it's going to be clean, clear, and concise.
I'll disagree.
The words are gonna hit.
You can say it, but I'm gonna disagree with the clean, concise part. I don't think so. I think it's messy.
You mean like the way that the expression comes through? Because
I'm saying it's messy. It's a messy communication. If it's gonna be messy communication. It's just gonna be a mess, like messy. Gossipy, messy.
I agree that the situation is a mess.
Yeah,
most definitely. But I'm saying the actual communication and the argument, like what is being said in the time is being said, that's going to be clear. That's how I see it. But,
I think that the things that need to be said will be said, but they will still hurt everybody's feelings. They will still get into people's emotions. Maybe they should have been said a long time ago. And
they should have been said a long time ago. That's the problem.
That's the problem. So therefore, this is why it'll be messy. You know what I mean? So here, again, what I'm also saying is that because of the Mars retrograde, remember Mars pulled on the energy of Mercury and Venus into itself. So this feels like 3 or 4 Mercury retrograde. This is why there's so much communication issues. If you guys been noticing over the past couple of weeks, this is this energy here as well. So I mean, that's all. I'm not 100% disagreeing with you. I'm just thinking I don't know if it will be clear.
I feel you. No, I agree with like 80% of what you said.
Okay. But we still fight over the little, like we
always gonna fight. That's always gonna be.
Just say, hey, wholeness, Christine. And yes, Manifestor, I do agree with you. I pulled the list on Mercury. Yeah, we're talking about the energy being, communication, books, and travel, and all of that, writing, speaking, learning, all of this within the mercurial domain. So let me see if I missed anything. Wait, if I missed anything regarding this Mercury opposite. So here, okay, let's give some solution, because Infinity wants a solution. Same thing. Take care not to speak before thinking. Like, think about what you gotta say. Okay, arguments and conflicts are possible. Yes, I think they're not just possible; they're likely. So, if you have plans, if you are negotiating business, if you are attending something that requires patience, or sometimes something that requires the use of your mind, which is again that quick-wittedness of Mercury, I would say you're gonna have issues with this. This is not the week to do this, to have those plans, those business. And if you've already made them, just expect these unexpected things to happen within that. So maybe you can, don't feel too bad about it when everything falls apart. That because this is the energy. That's all I'm saying. And you never know, like infinity, like there's a billion people on the planet, so there's going to be there's 8 billion on the people on the planet, so there's going to be 8 billion variation of how we experience this energy. So just saying that as well.
Absolutely. And I still feel like there are going to be some people that are going to be in everything has a position, right?
Yes.
So there are some people that are going to be the antagonizer here. There are some people that are going to be the people defending themselves. There are some people that are going to be in, the gossipy surroundings that are maybe hearing things but not really directly involved. And then there are going to be the people like you that are just, I'm at the spa. Leave me alone. I don't know. My name is Joe and I don't know. I mean, so you don't have to, everybody is not going to be in the same position with this thing. But one solution that I would give that I feel like is pretty much the best solution is know yourself. Do that work. And when I say do that work, I mean be very aware of your emotions and feelings, because something can come out the blue. I've been, a witness of maybe sending a text to somebody thinking that I'm about to ask them some random thing, and then they send a whole book back to me about some shit that I'm reading like, what the fuck? That happened. That's that, energy. And so before something like that happens, I need to feel my emotions, be aware of what I'm feeling, so that when things do go down, I can trust my intuition because I'm clear. I'm clear because I've done the work. Whatever it is that's floating around in me, I've been honest with myself about how I feel about what happened. Oh, somebody said something that hurt my feelings the other day, or somebody did something that hurt my feelings the other day. How do I feel about that? I checked in with myself. I've cleared those energies from within myself. So when I encounter something shocking or encounter something that comes out the blue, I can trust that my reaction or my responses are going to come from a clean, clear place, and that I won't be all over the place about it. Because the one thing that I can control is my own energy. The cosmos is going to do their thing. People around me, they're going to do their thing. But me, I know what I'm doing. And that's the thing. That's the best way to safeguard against any type of energy like this. So that you know that if you are ever encounter something like this, you can trust what you say, and you can trust how you express yourself, and you'll be able to navigate that from a clear place, from a clear way of thinking, and from, your intuition is going to tell you something that you can trust to do. So that's the best type of remedy for this energy that I feel like I can give.
Yeah. For me here, flexibility, adaptability. But yeah, if plans change, roll with it, flow with it. If people arguing with you, don't get into it. Just be like, be mindful of what you're saying and what you're thinking, all of that, and then of course employ some of your tools, meditation, self-care, and so on and so forth. So this is Uranus. Okay, now we move on to Saturn. So the full moon squares Saturn. Infinity.
Infinity. Full moon squaring Saturn. Well, what's a square? Again, I'm going to always say it. A square is a square up. That's a fight. It's not like an opposition, though, because opposition is me and you, we pulling, we tugging. I'm never going to 100% agree with you. Okay? That's an opposition. A square can be something that at the end of it, we can see eye to eye and move in the same direction with. There's something that clears up through the square. And it brings, it brings awareness, it brings insight. At the end of the square, there's a gift. So that's the thing. It's like with this energy, there's going to be something that actually comes out of it, but you have to still go through the fight to get there.
So I'm in total agreement here. Saturn has been at work hard. Saturn, like I have vilified Saturn way too much. You know what I mean? And I am at redemption after watching these energies for more than a couple of years. And really, the kind of work that Saturn does, it takes patience, right? Literally, I mean, restrictions and patience and understanding this, doing things at the right time, and really does a master and a depth level work at really releasing things, making things happen when they need to happen here. And so right here, even though Saturn is very somber, restrictive, and yes, the tendency for depression, even if you say, okay, this is not something that's going to make us feel great, this is part of the challenge and the test. This whole thing. So I'm not going to say everybody, but this whole thing is testing. Like, this is a big, I feel, part of the karma test, right? Because when Saturn went retrograde in June, the whole thing was about karmic retribution. So here, Saturn, is Saturn direct yet? I think it has gone direct. We might still be in the post shadows. So here we're with this final square, these final squares, especially with Uranus, Saturn, I think is really here for that lesson, the test, the challenge. This is, I think, and if I know we talk about this might be a final exam. So think about it. For some of us, it's a final exam as far as the universe comes. So how it
Most
is.
definitely.
Yes.
It's part of the finals. I like that analogy, and I
Yes.
used it before in a different room. But like the energies between now and, again, we'll do energetic forecasts for December.
Yes.
But the energy now going into through mid-December to the end of December, these are like final exams to basically see, are you ready to graduate to the next level, or are you going to go through another karmic cycle again? And then after this, we're up for review to see where you go. This is literally, it's literally what this is.
Yes, because remember, this is going to challenge your emotions here. So here we are. We know all of these energies are coming. How are you going to handle your emotions? How are you going to communicate this? Because everything's probably going to come at you. So here, this is where I say your tools. And there's going to be some, like I said, even though my plan is the day of the full moon is to be not in everybody else's energy, but a couple of days after, I'm going to have to be on the move. So therefore, I'll be faced with some of these. And this tells me, this is, it's going to come to a head. This is a crossroad. Remember, one of the things with the Mars energy, this Mars goes to a lot of crossroads, and Mars clears the way, clears the path. I call it, I'm out here with a bazooka, killing everybody. You know what I mean? So, but just saying, be very mindful how you act here. Use discernment. Okay? So I would really rely on a lot of the patience, a lot of like how it is that you, even through challenges, how you handle it is very important. Because so don't think that everybody's out to get you. They are not. They are all your teachers, mothers, fathers, brothers, uncles, uncles. How do you call it? Like, manifesting. Yeah. So, your question. Okay. Let me get to this. Manifesting generator asks Infinity, what are some specific practices to break karmic cycles? Do you have any?
Stop repeating yourself.
Manifesting generator for me, the Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono practice, the meditation, writing letters to everyone, doing some of the shadow work. You have to do shadow work if you're spiritually inclined, is very important. Understanding karma is sometimes they're based on some, our past lives, so we have no control over. But again, this is the discernment here. How you act now. Stop blaming everybody else. It's you. If you must know, it's you. It's you. Right? See, she's quiet because she knows. It's nobody else but you. It's all about you, So here you are. Mercury squares Saturn. Communication and plans and ideas, are hard to do because misunderstandings, bad news, blockages, arguments,
time constraints,
criticism, meanness, even more separation between close relationships. You need more patience here. This is like, seriously, just move through this energy. Yes, so as you hit upon the difficulties with siblings, difficulties with families, with bosses, with traveling, as you move through that energy, be patient, be quiet. Right? There was one part I remember, like, when I woke up biting my tongue. I literally woke up and the first thing I did was bite my tongue for that day. Okay, Deborah Bonsu, I won't even go there. You see, he said what we will or won't accept. Here, I would just not, it's not even accepting or don't accept anything. Just stay a bit neutral. Don't make a decision, because we're going to Mars retrograde. Mars retrograde season is actually, we need to look at this. You need to observe yourself and study your situationals within this. Okay, you have to study what is happening within your life, because that is teaching you, so you don't have to make a decision about anybody. As a matter of fact, because of the review of this, you're gonna be heading ahead with those same relationships. And I keep saying this for weeks, and I know I've done it, where it's like you cut off people in your life because it's like, hey, they really did you wrong, and you don't want to deal with them. But right now, they all coming back. People are gonna be surprised. These are gonna be some of these surprises. The call that you haven't talked to somebody in 2 years, 3 years, they call you all of a sudden. You run into them. All of that is in play here. And Christine is saying even neutral is not safe. That's why I said move through it. That's it, however you can. This is the patience. This is like where you just move through it. And you employ your tools here. That's the only thing I could say, Infinity.
I agree. And somebody asked, why are my fears about money coming up? Oh. Probably because the eclipse might be in a money house for you. Mm-hmm. So again, you already are sensing that there's going to be activity in that area surrounding death and rebirth and chaos. So now is the time to do shadow work around that fear. If you're feeling that fear, now is the time to sit with yourself and start journaling and start asking, why do I feel this way? Start digging deep and asking yourself those hard questions. Maybe there's a lifestyle change that's needed. Maybe it's time for you to do something different. Maybe there's something that you need to do to meet whatever is coming. And maybe there's some resistance there that needs to be addressed right now. So now is the time to do that work. When we say do the work, that's exactly what we mean. So awareness is part of the way. The work is the rest of the way.
Okay, wait, which one do I need to go? There's a 16 degrees Taurus here. And I had started it. Where is your 16 degrees of Taurus? Wherever that is in your natal chart. Because Taurus is actually also all over this. Remember, we talked about the energy right now of the Mars retrograde. It's pointing at the star Alheka at the horn of Taurus, and the horn of the bull, right? And so there's Taurus energy here. There's lots of Taurus energy here. There's Scorpio energy here as well. So yeah,
and 16 degrees is a Cancer degree, so that's a lot of emotions
yes, lots of
surrounding the home.
emotions. Yeah. So the Mars retrograde is about finances, right? Finances and relationships. So right now, the Mars retrograde energy is about a lot of the money issues. So
And dare I say, family issues are definitely in the forefront here.
yeah,
And issues of self-worth, self-value.
Mm-hmm.
What have you been putting up with that you don't need to be putting up with? A lot of your money blockages come from how you feel about yourself and your self-worth. So these are also things that might be coming up. And if there's shadow work needed around that because of a trauma, the resistance can be there. And that's what needs to be addressed.
Yes. So remember the Mars retrograde. I have a bunch of posts both on IG and TikTok if you want to buy, and also the replays here on Clubhouse by signs as well. So if you want to know your specific ones, go through the replays where it says Mars retrograde, as well as see the posts on TikTok where it says Mars retrograde. There's major lessons. We have 2 months of Mars retrograde within this energy. That's all over here. And then we have, and it's all cosmic, karmic energies all over the place. So patience. If you if you need help, you might need to get professional advice. There was one, like Infinity said, depending on your where it is for you, you might, it is recommending professional advice. Don't be afraid to seek that, all of that. One of the key things as well, a lot of our money blockages are also ancestral blockages, meaning like they have to deal with how grandma dealt with money, how mom dealt with money, and we can show the opposites of whatever they were dealing, how they dealt with it as well. So some of it is ancestral healing that also needs to be done when it comes to the money issues. Okay, Saturn squares Uranus. This one is major. We've been dealing with it for more than a year, but this is meaning it's in the waning part of this square, and it's almost finished. So this is an epic battle of the suns that's been happening for this past year, and all of the transformations that you've seen for 2022 have been under the cloud of Saturn squared Uranus. Okay, so this is about, again, this activation will extend fear and uncertainty about the future for the next 6 months. Again, so whatever is going to happen, this is all interrelated. Now,
but let me just say about squares, though, once again, these are tensions within you. These fears actually bring the motivation to succeed, to get beyond it. So unlike an opposition and, some other conjunctions may have you stuck there in a depression or stuck in a weak place, the square actually brings you the energy to want to be like, you know what, fuck that. I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to sit here. What can I do to get beyond this? What can I do to overcome this? And then it also, and that's why I say at the end of a square is a gift, because then you start to get the realizations or the revelations of what you want to do about the problem. And you start getting the wisdom to solve the problem to get to that point of success. So I just want to insert that in.
Okay. So my thing is with these two energies again, Dadby. So Saturn is bringing restriction, Uranus is bringing change. And so here you get the change being restricted, and then the restriction being unexpected. So they both are affecting each other. So therefore, it's like, one winning on top of the other. So that's why I said an epic battle between these two energies. So in terms of, one of the things that I kept saying that I really like how Saturn is doing this, and I know I might seem like the old man, you know what I mean here. However,
yes.
sometimes change, a sudden change can really destroy you, can really, you don't know your sure footing. Because as Saturn kept moving through here and putting time restrictions on some of these, so that it is not as abrupt as it could be, because Uranus doesn't care. Uranus is like, is gonna come in and destroy everything. As you can see, those earlier Uranus energies was just like, with the communication, fighting with with the emotions, heavy emotion. It's like blunt brute force, right? With Uranus. And here Saturn is like really putting like a little bit, okay, not too much change here, maybe change here. And as Saturn does this, I think it's better than the sudden drop, which sometimes during an awakening, a sudden drop can feel. This is where you can have the mind go a little bit crazy, because the sudden, like, some people may not be able to handle a sudden, like, hey, my world has been turned upside down. So this is why I think that the Saturn square and Uranus, yes, there is a gift. I think the whole thing is a gift, but it is an epic battle that's been going on all year. So what it is asking for is for you not to resist the change, is to be flexible within those change, and now find the creativity here, because Uranus is opening worlds for us that we didn't know about before, and Saturn is just saying, we don't want them to, that those kind of new worlds to be too sudden. So that's, so imagine like how the United States has been putting, like, increasing the rate, right? In terms of saying, okay, hey, we're gonna do interest rate a little, point this, point that, so that it can slow down inflation. And so think of it like that way. So in a way, it's not great news, but it's like, hey, at least we're able to handle we're able to handle some of this. So that's this energy again. This is coming to an end. It's waning, but it's also waning right at with this full moon. So as this energy is ending, we are at the full moon, which also indicates major changes within the world as well. So here, that is the energies for the planetary aspects, here. So I don't know. Infinity, before I move on to the wait, there's a T square. Oh, okay. Before I move on to the T square, anything? Bueller.
Sorry, I was busy getting filtered by Clubhouse.
Oh, filter.
Already filtering my comments. I just said one thing. No, I think everything sounds good for the Uranus energy.
Square. So again, the main energies during this full moon are look at this, Mercury, Uranus, and Saturn here all over the energy of this eclipse. Okay, so the lineup with this is definitely a portal gateway into our new world, or whatever you want to call it.
And dare I say, like, your words are powerful. Yes. Let's not forget, even as we talk about these energies, I just want to talk about how powerful you are as a being, that what you say causes ripples in the universe, and you can utilize that power when you feel powerless, when you're trying to do something and it's not working out at the time you want it to work out. Pull back your energy and utilize your power. Utilize your power of speech. Utilize your power of expression. Make some sigils. Dance. Do some art. Say some affirmations. These are things that you can do to help yourself in the space, in the quiet space between, as you're waiting or as you're looking to accomplish the thing you're trying to accomplish, that maybe the energies are saying, not right now, no, you can't go right now, because that's going to open up, and when it opens up, then you'll be free to go. So it's more like, instead of thinking about what you can't do, or the negative feelings that not getting what you want at the time may bring you, start asking yourself, well, what can I do right now? wholeness. This is what wholeness is about.
Yeah.
Asking yourself, what can I do to fill in the spaces and be active and busy with that until the universe opens up for you to do what you want to do.
No, definitely. So this creates all these energies that we talk about actually does create how do you call it, a T square, and it's actually a red T square according to this, and it's actually sorry like and this T squares is a red triangle in the lunar eclipse. Now this is an achievement triangle, so the only red aspect of this is charged with energy. So this is action, achievement, and attainment of goals. The blue aspect is means no possibility of relaxation. This is where I said, hey, so there's no blue aspect here. There is also no green aspect. So meaning like the green usually promote act first, think later. So in a way, mistakes can be easily made. So here, the energy is stored and bottled up. So this is where we have the Sun, Mercury opposite Moon, Uranus. This is the erratic, right, unstable energy. So here, just making sure that we understand what's happening with this energy, especially with Saturn here. Saturn is really at the forefront of this energy in terms of trying to control it. However, I don't think Saturn is going to come up as the winner here. So here I would say apply, what is it again, discernment, how you control your emotions, even because you're going to be headed to some trauma situations with family, friends, with situationals, with bosses, whatever, business. So here, being aware of how you handle things become very important here. If you don't know how you handle things, then I take this opportunity to learn how you handle things. Okay, so that's what I would say here. Okay, remember that this is in the sign of Taurus, like we were saying before. So making sure that we understand why Taurus was important here. I think somebody had said this. This is how do you call it? Let's see. The constellation that we are here, it's a star, not so much like its star is called Menkar. Okay, this is on the constellation of Cetus. This constellation of Cetus is about the sea monster. This causes laziness, idleness, emotional and charitable nature. This is the ability to command, especially in wars, prudent, happy by sea and land, and of course helps recover as well. So fixed star Menkar causes disease, disgrace, ruin, injury from beasts. I don't know what that means. Sickness and loss of fortune. Right. So this is all Saturn energy. The Menkar star is Saturn energy. So in terms of like, this is where this test comes in. This is test of endurance. Okay. What it's going to do is to harden you in tough times. So that's the message of the universe. Put you in this trial, in this situation, is a little bit of a pressure cooker, and then hopefully you come out stronger. You come out stronger mentally, because remember, with the moon energy, which create the mental stress, the mental anxiety, if you're able to still relax within that, still use your discernment, using your tools, I think this is where you can win over a lot of the overly emotional state of this. Because remember, Saturn is very stoic here. So I think this energy, you can balance yourself. You can learn how to balance these two energy of change and restriction, and to move through your emotions. So without denying one or the other. And I think this is mastering yourself. So if you're able to really move through this full moon eclipse with all of its, like, it looks like a lot of laid siege, a lot of laid, how do you call it? what do they call, like when somebody sets you up, like the universe actually set up a lot of situations to basically get you. It's gonna be a got you, got you, got you. So if you know this, it is a mastery of self here. Infinity, go ahead.
I was caught in your last statement. The universe is going to set you up to get you.
Get you, get you, get you. Yeah.
No, I don't have anything to add. I'm meditating on what's being said.
Yeah, it is a got you energy here. I mean, to me, that's what I think. So
I feel you. I feel you.
A manifesting generator asks, what about a Capricorn? What's the significance of Uranus, Saturn, Neptune, and Mars in Capricorn?
I saw that.
I don't know.
I feel like Capricorn is the common denominator. If he's asking about those energies, I would start by saying, well, what is Capricorn energy? Yes. And then these are all these planets within that energy.
Yeah, one of the things I like to do is hold on. If you look at the Capricorn, Capricorn rules, let me see, Capricorn rule house of enterprise, ambition, motivation, career achievement, society, government, father of authority, notoriety, and advantage. So here, this is I know this is Capricorn rules the 10th house. So now you have to look at where it is for you. So in terms of, like, if you say house of enterprise, in terms of, like, this would be like your business, right? Or it can be referred to as your kingdom. So all of this, I would see it as that career can be your career. So therefore, where you make money, right? So all of that. So I think with that, because there's government here as well. So with Uranus and Neptune in the mix and in Mars retrograde, the only sane person here is Saturn. I don't know if Saturn can win against this. Just saying. What do you think, Infinity? I don't think Saturn, because this is like a stellium. I'm just saying Uranus change. Neptune is just illusion and just bringing in that, really helping Uranus. And then Mars again is in retrograde, which is an internal red energy. The only energy here that would help Saturn would be Mars, and then no. So in terms of your ambition or career, I don't think it bodes good news for your career. However, don't quote me on that, because it could also be affecting other aspects of your life. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we did the stars. So now let's do each sign. I'll start with Capricorn because you asked about it.
Yeah, go backwards.
Yeah, no, it's like, I don't know. Is that backwards?
Backwards? Start at Capricorn and end at Aries. I mean, end at Pisces.
Pisces.
Or Aquarius. My bad.
Why am I wrong? Hold on. Okay, here we go. We'll do this one. Capricorn, how is this affecting you? The obsession with social media. Social acceptance. That's what it is. Social acceptance. How to make your life easier. How can I say it? It's like a weird one, because it seems that sometimes when you are when you're doing things for other people, or let's put it this way, when you are doing things so that other people will see you in a certain light, right? Then where are you within that? Where's the authentic you? How do you express yourself? So sometimes when we're looking at the group or the how everybody else act, we get lost in the sauce, basically, right? So here you make in the expected unexpected change of how you feel about things, then you may find that you don't really like this, right? So that's the change. That would be the change, Capricorn. Hopefully that resonates. Aquarius, go within. I don't know, like Aquarius, for me, like I know for whatever reason I've not been. I have a lot of Aquarius around me, but I've not been connecting personally with this energy. So, but Aquarius, whatever path that you've decided to commit to, does it align? Okay, so does it align with what it is that you want to do? So whatever, because of this, there's an unexpected shakeup in your personal life that's gonna challenge everything and uproot you. Now, mind you, everybody's personal life can be different. So, how it is that you're seeing this, how it, yeah. Um, the thing here, Aquarius, is to figure out what is it that you want to do. Figure out what it is that is your personal path, because changes, changes for into like what like sudden change it into what you feel is your life path, or what you know can to me, like when that happens to me, it's so irreversible, meaning like I feel so strongly about needing to do that new thing that there is no looking back for me. So if you're this way, follow that because that isn't intuitive. Because again, there's a lot of Uranus energy here. And Saturn has just been playing restriction games. Saturn hasn't been stopping this energy. It's just been restricting it. So this energy can feel very sudden into changing your life, changing your career path, all of that. Pisces, how it is that you are thinking about the shadowy layers upon you. Like so, here, what does shadow denote? Shadow denote like there's like a film of layer of shadow like you can't see, you don't understand, maybe you're not connecting to. So this will be removed. This shadowy layer you'll be able to see clearer how it is, right? So therefore, this is an awakening in a sense for you, Pisces. Now, Pisces is very emotional here in general. So here we already, it's a lot of moon energy, it's a lot of emotions, a lot of so this might shake you awake, for the long term. I don't know, like the overarching, and I'm only three signs in. It is a mini, I'm not gonna say mini, it's an awakening for a lot of people here, right? This energy is gonna bring that change. It's going to change everything. It's going to reveal things to you guys, or to us, I should say, as a collective. So meaning like once we pass through this energy, things may not be the same, you know. And things not being the same doesn't necessarily mean good or bad. It's just like they're not the same, you know. And that, yes, manifesting generator, it is intense. And when things are not the same, like I said, when that happens within my life, I can't even remember the past life. I can't. I tend to just now be within that new energy, between that new change. So hopefully, one of the things that we've talked about is the flexibility, the adaptability here of being able to accept this type of changes. Okay. So Aries, and this is going to me. This is about confronting the shadow side of your comfort zone. That sense of security will be removed, right? So this, again, a lot of shaking things up, whether, from a lot of shaking things up. So the shaking things up here is regarding the toxicity of your attachment to either power dynamics or to relationships. So it's if you are unconsciously indebted to others, so or if you are not discerning with your energy, meaning how you give your energy to other people, how you create attachments to others, and sometimes you have attachment that you are unaware of. Again, a lot of some of this energy is Pluto here, and within the Mars retrograde. I think there was a Pluto in conjunct the Mars retrograde, or quincunx the Mars retrograde, and also Neptune squares Mars retrograde is going to bring a lot of the subconscious into the conscious. So here mixed with the with the lunar eclipse, this is epiphany. It will be this unconscious attachment that is toxic will be revealed. If as things get revealed, people can be caught off guard. Again, same deal here. Just be patient, self-care, meditation, and so on and so forth. This goes to myself, by the way. Taurus is next. Again, this is seriously because of the so many change on the subconscious level, how it is basically changing you internally and then to go outward. This is what I'm saying. There's an unexpected shake-up again, Taurus, right? So whatever, this is an unexpected shake-up to whatever contract you have out there, whatever the partnership is. So if it's a partnership in business or partnership in relationship, there's a shake-up that is gonna happen here. So this is part of the same energy from the Mars retrograde. Who are you within that relationship may be revealed. So therefore, this would be like why the shakeup. So sometimes we are in relationship, Taurus, and then we become the relationship. But who are you? We are all individuals, and we need to figure out who we are, and sovereignly, right? And sovereignty of who you are. And then we can get into a relationship with somebody. So, Gemini, shadow here. Okay, shadow. Uranus is here inside of the psyche, Gemini. So everything about your dark side is showing up. Everything, is because everything about your dark side is showing up in the things that you do every day. So here it is, what is going to be revealed. What is it behind the things that you do every day? So if you do act of service, why? Because sometimes one of the things that I have found, in going deep into shadow work, is that sometimes we do things in our day-to-day or within our relationship or are within our relationship based on our past traumas. And sometimes you don't realize you act out your trauma. And so because Uranus is right there, it's going to pull it out and show it to you. Infinity, nothing yet. Ha ha ha. By the way, Cancer, Mercury is in the South Node in Scorpio. So this is taboo. Yes?
Please continue.
Yeah, this is regarding shadow still, but this is a taboo thing. Whatever it is it I don't know if it's a secret love. So this is an extreme passion or desire. Or maybe your need to be loved or to be desired that needs to be shown out either to the world. So why do you feel that it's taboo though? So in this respect, I would say it's okay to show your uniqueness to the world. It's okay to, you don't have to remain within the shadow if you're afraid of your hidden desires. Yes,
I
Infinity.
think, yeah, I was about to say, I think it's a love that feels forbidden,
Mm-hmm.
or a love maybe it does not taboo, yes,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe it's something that, you know how it is where you may have a love interest, but then your mother disapproves. You bring her home to your family. Your brother's like, she's fat, like,
Yeah.
or whatever. Not to be offensive. I'm thick. But just to say, like, whatever is acceptable from the family, because again, this is Cancer energy, but whatever is acceptable from the family is not necessarily, it's clashing with your desires. And so it's very important to Cancer to be in alignment with what the family feels. And maybe this is a situation where a Cancer is like, you know what? My desire is this, be it person, thing, whatever. In spite of how you feel about it, I'm going to stand with this thing that I desire, that I love. And maybe that's the breakthrough here. So I'm giving that as an example so we know what that looks like. From the Cancer perspective, it doesn't have to be that precise example, but the taboo might simply be just, I'm not going to go with the flow of what y'all feel anymore because this feels like I'm going against myself. And the thing that, the radical thing that Cancer can do is accept his or her own intuition in spite of what others feel or think.
Yeah. Serious conversations, Leo. So yes, our next one is Leo. So there's a long overdue
I've been
conversation.
practicing with you.
Well, I think you've had a lot of, so the long overdue conversation, so if you've been going out of your way to avoid a relative or to avoid the emotion even, or the long overdue emotion, here we are. Now the thing is here, and this is again part of the Mars retrograde energy. Sometimes we are out of alignment with what we think our life was, right? So if we were working, if were doing this job, and it was great, but then this past year or 2 years you feel no alignment. No, here it's gonna really show. So the reason why it would show is because a lot of things that our professional life also reflect our personal life. So sometimes people think that they can separate work and love, and you not really, because we actually do act the same way, but in different versions of ourselves. So here, whatever it is going on in the personal life is being reflected. So therefore, you need this alignment to be. So basically, if you're doing a job and it's not your passion project, if you're doing a job and it's not what your path is, that's gonna show. That's gonna reveal itself.
Are you still talking to Leo?
I'm still talking to Leo.
Damn it.
Okay, so therefore this could be the blockage can be within, like, where you've never talked to that family member that you need to talk to for that long overdue conversation. So remember, a lot of these conversations I said will turn into arguments. So so even though I'm saying this and I'm sending you out to speak, I'm just saying, just be ready.
This is the area in which I have not done the work. I'm just putting that out there, Wichby. So when you get that phone call from me, you already know what's up.
Why she said that I'm going to get the phone call from her. Like, that's so funny.
Because I'm going to be calling you crying.
So, Leo, yes, it is traumatic conditioning from childhood emotional abuse and neglect and overworking to be worthy, manifesting generator just said. So here, Virgo, Virgo, that belief system, right, it's going to be challenged, right? You're going to be confronted. This is the shadow. This is, again, the shadows. Why does the shadows keep coming out? So the meaning, like, I think the reveal here is different aspect of ourselves that we've hidden that is going to just throw wrenches in everything. Because, it's like how we talk about some of the self. This is, I think, self sabotage here. Okay. So this is, and self-sabotage, by the way, I don't vilify self-sabotage, because sometimes when you are self-sabotaging, you have to pause and ask why. Because why would you self-sabotage unless this is where the misalignment come, like, are you in alignment with your inner being? Do you know yourself well enough to be in alignment with your inner being, with your uniqueness, with what you really want to do? So here, this is an uninhibited, right? Inhibited desire, right? This also has to deal with the North Node. So this is gonna be a new beginning as well. So it might be in financial or in terms of relationship. But in either case, this is a shadow that's gonna help. It's gonna be new. It might catch you off guard, but yeah. Expansion challenge. So I don't know. Keep mind open, right? Keep your mind open, even to yourself, because sometimes we think that the surprise is gonna come from somebody else when the surprise can come from your inner self. Okay. So just saying. So don't remember your shadow selves. If you want to know more about the shadows, I have the rooms in replays in the shadow realms. So there's many different shadows that live within us that we also need to integrate within our personality. Okay. Libra, unexpected changes again. I'm just brand new everything. Okay. This can be both personally or professionally. So here, because of the new, you might feel insecure. You might feel. So let me redo Sagittarius for you guys. Manifesting generator, where did I stop?
Wait a minute, I feel locked out of your TikTok. I can't.
I know. I paused. That was my fault.
Okay.
I paused. Hold on. I'm running out of charge. That's why. Hold on. What was the last sign that you guys heard in TikTok? What was the last sign? Manifesting generator. Maybe she left or something. Okay, we'll put it here. Libra. Okay. Oh my God, Libra. Oh no, Libra. Okay. So you heard Libra. Okay, so here, Libra, we talk about the shadow, and the shadow is about loyalty, right? So I'm sorry, not Libra. The last one you heard was Libra, so we need to go to Scorpio. So Scorpio, oh man, I'm probably gonna get a different read for this. So okay, that's fine. So understanding your attachments, right, Scorpio, and how it is your attachments reflect your shadow side, right? So because again, when why we do shadow work is because then we're understanding like where it is, like where the shadows lie, right? What are those? Because a lot of things are subconscious or even unconscious, right? And so here, yes, we talk about this paranoia. So because they're subconscious and unconscious, you need to figure out where, because you're basing the relationship you have with people are based on those attachments, and then these attachments are going to be based on your traumas, and so you know what I mean. So here, because of this, you probably have obsessions and fears, and you're not going to trust those people around you. So therefore, the challenge here becomes to really know where your fears are, really know where those shadows are, and then confront them, because this is like this is part of like a pattern, right? A low vibrational pattern. You don't trust the people around you, but you still have them around you. That would then yes create the paranoia. So being very, like I said, the venom of the Scorpio would be self-destructive here. So you need to break free from this, okay? And again, the reveal here, it may show you where your hidden fears are, where that shadow is. So, and then Sagittarius, we talk about secret, right? There's a stellium in the 12th house with this moon. So here we're looking for what the secret is, right? Where this can be an unexpected shakeup, right? Remember the eclipse revealed things, right? Also the moon, the full moons, eclipse, right? Lunar eclipse end things. Solar eclipse open them. Lunar eclipse will end, right? So here, how are you? What's the life behind? What is the secret behind the closed door? How do you deal with it? Is this stressing you out? Is this what are your unconscious and subconscious habits when it comes to this secret that's probably, hurting, stressing you out? But it's gonna come out because, I don't know. There's a that gate is pretty huge with the lunar eclipse. So a lot of things are just going to be shown. So I don't know if you can keep the secret for long, Sagittarius. Infinity, you have anything to say to Sag? Nothing. Yeah, we had started with Capricorn, so we are done. And I don't know, did I do good with time?
We haven't done Aquarius, so
we did. Sagittarius, Capricorn. I did. We started with Capricorn, and therefore we did Aquarius. Yes, we did.
Oh, you did Aquarius first. Okay.
No, yeah, we did. We went.
Oh, you did do Aquarius.
Yeah,
first.
Capricorn,
Right.
Aquarius, and then I went around. Yeah, I did
Gotcha.
good. I went around. So any questions? I know there was a lot of things happening inside of the chat, guys. So now is your time to ask questions. Thank you so much for those TikTokers. I do appreciate, like, TikTok. When I do those 800 people, I really appreciate you guys. I know it's like, you guys like the attention, but when I do the things with Clubhouse, it's a little bit harder to call out everybody. So thank you so much for those of you who stopped by and stayed and really interacted. Lots of interaction. Thank you so much for those questions. Manifestation Generator has been holding it down for me as far as moderating on TikTok. I appreciate you. Guys, on TikTok, I do have subscription. So if you feel inclined and want to subscribe, and I didn't even pay attention, 11,000 likes. I really love you guys. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate the love. I got roses as well. I got gifts. I appreciate, because I know I don't ask and I'm not really good at, but so please do, two gifters, please do follow me on TikTok if you have not had a chance to do so. I really didn't do a good job today, because I only got 2 followers. Usually with that many people, I should get more. But in either case, yes, please do follow me on TikTok if you haven't had a chance to do so. Thank you so much for being here, Manifesting Generator, Christine. And I know a lot of you were commenting. I'm sorry. And then Event Clubhouse, mad people as well. Appreciate everybody jumping in. Again, let's see. Do we have questions in the chats? Let's see. Thank you for the follow, Deborah.
One last question. Somebody was asking about Pisces. I saw. Pisces. But I remember you did Pisces as well.
Pisces, reality, right? Let's see. Lack of faith. Yeah. The shadow is about your lack of faith about your future, and even the rest of the world. So in terms of whatever the change is going to be within your environment, so you have to be comfortable with exploring the unknown. You have to be comfortable with like that, because now if you have a lack of faith, sometimes we need a leap of faith. Because remember, the Uranus here is like all about that change. And like I said, this set of energies is indicative of great, massive change throughout the world. And again, there's different layers how we change in terms of internally, externally, our life can change. Again, financials, our life can change. Or, think about like what happened with lockdown 2 years ago. A lot of people changed, life changed. So to me, like this is this kind of energy. So, however, how we handle it is the most important thing. Because of the Mars retrograde, there's a lot of shadow work that needs to be done inside of this eclipse. So I think the shadows seem to be the thing that's coming out. Remember, our shadow selves is our part of our inner self that we integrate with. So whatever that issue that you had to work with, we need to start working with them. So here, the fear. You need to move beyond the fear, above the fear. So as Pisces, it's a lot of water energy here. It's a lot of emotion with that moon. So I think I had said that before. So be very mindful of your emotions here. And so I would say same thing: self-care, rest. When we know what's coming, then we can prepare for it. Again, we are moving through this energy. Don't fight it. Don't There is no fighting it. And embrace that change. Be flexible within it. Be adaptable within it. And if you find yourself having issues with this, being adaptable within it, I would just say your practices. What are your practices? What are your practices here? Is going to help you. We talked about it earlier: meditation, the massages, the self-care. I can't say enough that self-care should just be written on my forehead, so that we understand. If you have to go through some of these difficult conversations, that goes for everybody, by the way. If you have to go through these difficult conversations, be very mindful. These can be traps, because the people are going to say things to get you upset. You're going to be challenged. So here it is actually maintaining your own balance here, like Infinity was saying. As you can see, this is about you, how you handle it, because they're going to challenge you. Remember, your family members, your friends, your boss, the relationship situationships that you are in are lessons for you. So how you handle this is the key. It's not so much that you can't avoid it, but it is what it is. Infinity, go ahead.
No, I agree. I agree. There's nothing for me to add there. We covered all that earlier.
We did. We covered all that earlier. Manifesting generator said, that's why I distance myself with my family. I understand that. We talk about this manifesting generator. I know some of us distance ourselves from family members, but remember, we're still gonna, it's just saving it for later. So if you are distancing yourself from your family member, you still, I would say, write a letter, do the shadow work in terms of journaling. Okay, inside of
it depends on the motive of why you're distancing yourself. If you're distancing yourself because you know your family to be drama, and when you stay away from them, you are not involved in the drama, that's one thing. But if you're running from an interaction, that's something that needs to be faced. That's something you're definitely saving for later. So with that said, which be?
Yeah. No, that's exactly what I'm saying as well. Like, we might be saving some of these for later. And again, remember, we go through the life passages as well. Remember, there's life passages that Saturn return, Uranus opposition, Chiron return, all of these. And then there's mini ones, all these different retrogrades. So remember, all of the different passages that you go through is still going to make you go through the review of your life. Okay. So this is how we grow spiritually within. So I would say, because of how emotionally charged this eclipse is, be very mindful. If you don't have to interact with them, don't. Again, we talk about maybe shutting off the social media, because there's probably going to be 1,000,001 fights in there. Again, the short distance family group chats. Yes, people are going to say some nasty stuff and not going to be watching their mouth. So I would definitely be very careful with treading very lightly around people. So I will be. I'll be treading very lightly, very, very lightly. And so
you'll be treading at the spa.
Running from the drama, violence, and being their doormat. And remember, the setting of boundary, one of the things with the setting of boundary, you will get tested. So if you say, okay, I don't want to be a doormat, then the universe is going to test you and then bring you in a situation that, hey, can you say no? Can you maintain your no? When you say no, do you explain? Do you say no, but you say no, I'm busy, or do you just say no? The universe tested you. It's not.
But no is mean, which
when you because there's certain expectations that people put upon you that really sucks on your energy, and it's like, no.
But they won't like me if I say no.
So then these are emotions that we need to work through, in terms of like understanding where is that coming from, like where within your childhood you felt that you were not worthy of this love. Okay, so very important here. Somebody asked what was Aquarius again. Did I do it? I think I did it, right? We did do it, everything. Check out the replays, guys. I think I did Aquarius.
Yeah, I think we covered Aquarius like twice.
Yeah, I know. Okay, maybe I'm mentioning. Can you just do? Oh, somebody said, "Can you just do?" Okay, okay. A quick Aquarius. We'll do. We'll do it. Let's see.
Last one, and then
last
check
one.
up in place because we've covered all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead,
Unexpected shakeup in your personal life. Again, this is gonna liberate you. So this is about your toxic attachment, because, like, let's say, if you're attached to something, you might, like, when we get attached to family members, to relationships, to lovers, whatever, even if it's toxic, we perpetuate that toxicity. Like, we love it, you know what I mean? Sometimes people, like, they think that sadness is a bad emotion. No, sadness is a feeling. It feels good to be sad. Like, to get a tissue and cry. Don't you like you watch the sad movies, and like, so it's the same thing with that toxic relationship. It's still stimulating the emotion. So in terms of how it is that you this attachment is being reflected professionally, is being reflected how even personally. So this is gonna shake up. Okay, whatever that is going to reveal the toxic attachment, and it's going to show this is here. That attachment has to deal with authority figure. So now authority figure may be issues with mom, dad, right? Or maybe even dad, I would say, since authority. So here there needs to be some releases. Understanding, like, how going back even to trusting yourself here, right? No fear, trusting yourself, and yeah, there's a liberation here. I hope I said the same thing from before, but that's what I'm saying. Liberation, right? I did find out Juno as homework. Oh, did you? Okay, inside of the of my links, you find a lot of ebooks. We've been doing the asteroids. That's also in my shop. So find the journals and the ebooks. That's what Manifesting Generator is talking about. So we have been doing big and inside of Infinity's Club, House of Infinity. We've been doing the, what is it called again? Mini planets, big energy. These are the planetoids. We've been going to Juno, Vesta. We've been going through all of the asteroid energy. And even last night, check out that talk, part 3, where we figured that Vesta was Mars internal, that internal fire, that spark that lights within us, the fire that's eternal is from within. This is the Vesta energy. This is Oya. This is like, so yeah, mini planets, big energy. We've been doing that inside of Infinity's Club. So in terms of understanding some of these energies, we've been really digging deep. So accompanying our series is the asteroid ebook. So you'll find it in my shop. So if you click on the links on either page here on Clubhouse or on, I don't know if I even put links. Did I put? No, I didn't even put anything. Here on Clubhouse or also just saying, and I know Infinity and I, we've been talking. We do full readings. Okay, so if you want a chart, a natal chart, if you want your astrology read, if you want to do soul coaching, all of that is available. I just
if you want to know if Marsha's coming back,
if that too,
or Michael,
if Raul, that was Raul before, right? If Raul is coming, you can definitely get a read from us. Infinity does tarot. I don't. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not very good at it. She's excellent at it, though. I do know how to do the charts, though. And then of course the soul coaching. So we do that. Are we intuitive? Yes, we are. So with us, you're gonna get a
Which
lot
be
of.
psychic. I'm intuitive.
We don't talk about Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight Club.
I'm gonna get beat up so bad. I don't know why I said that.
We don't talk about Fight Club because because what happens is like people have certain expectation, and I'm looking at them like I don't know. You know what I mean? You know. But if you talk to me, something will come out. Let's put it that way. If you talk to me, something comes out. We have a conversation. That's it. We do it both, so I can't promise anything, like some people say, like, will Raul come back? Yes, no. I could have said like no. I started laughing. That girl ran probably. TikTok is famous for like asking those same questions. People always want to know, like, a yes or no question. I can't do the yes or no question because I start in my mind just like have a thing against yes and no question because I see 1,000 possibilities. So a conversation with me will be very intricate while, in yes or no is like, yes, but no, yes, but if, you know what I mean? This is me. So, but in either case, yes, we can definitely discuss these. Thank you so much, guys, for coming in. Let me see, is there any more questions inside of the chat? Yes. Okay, so we'll come back next Saturday for Energetic Forecast, where we're going to do the rest of the month of November. Okay, have a great and safe lunar eclipse. Yes, I do moon rituals. If you would like to attend one of my moon rituals, please private message me. And then I'll invite you. This is going to be at 6 a.m. in the morning on Tuesday morning. Just an FYI. We go to the Wuchi. Okay, I take you on a ride to the. I don't go to the moon only. I go to the Wuchi. So I go to your source basically. So when we go, we manifest from the place of the undifferentiated, the place of nothing, and then we come back to Earth. Okay, so that's and then the place of nothing is of course always within, right? So that's what we'll be doing. On Tuesday morning and Zoom. This is by Zoom, by the way. This is by Zoom. For those of you, yeah, I think I'm complete. I keep talking. Okay, if you want to book, here's the booking. For those of you on TikTok, go to my link on my page. I posted a couple of videos. Please like them, comment, and share. Thank you so much.
And for those of you on TikTok, follow me. I'm trying to get to 1,000 so I can go live with Witchbee.
Yes, follow Infinity. Absolutely. So yes, I have to. I should have said that when there was like a bunch of people here. There was a time that
I know, right?
I know. We always talking. We always talking.
We were too busy fighting.
Why is it still like 8:00? Like in my head, it should be like 10 p.m. Okay, so
because we fell back today in time.
Okay.
That's why.
All right. So with that being said, thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate you all. Well over 100 people came on Clubhouse. Appreciate that. And I know more is going to listen to replays. So thank you for those of you who are listening to the replays as well. And then, yes, I'm going to split up TikTok and give it to IG and give it to more TikTok. So appreciate you guys as well. Wholeness, everybody.
Love and light.
Love and these are fighting words. By the way, the love and light is fighting words, okay, from her. Because she knows, she's like, you're too dark with that Mars energy. I'm like, we're going to hell.
Right.
Gotta go down. We gotta go inside and more. Go all the way deep until we go. Like it's like you go all the way into the dark depth cavern of your being, and then come out into the light. That's what we do. But you can't be scared halfway in. Like be like, no, I want to go back. No, let's keep continuing. All right, everybody.
Witchbee is a true definition of a spiritual gangster, y'all. These street thugs ain't got nothing on her, okay?
Be like, let's let you want Mars energy, let's go. Full war. I even had war paint. Wholeness, everybody. All right. Wholeness, everybody. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day. This room will end in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. TikTok. I've ended the room on Clubhouse, and this is TikTok. You guys have any question, guys? I know I didn't spend a lot of times with you, but thank you so much for joining. I know, like, well, a bunch of people came through. Again, wholeness. Thank you so much for those likes. I appreciate that. All right, let's end. Wholeness.